I am honored to introduce Albert Martin Tantallo Sr., professional engineer, to receive the Doctor of Humane Letters degree honoris causa in recognition of his extensive service to his profession, the community, family, church, Holy Family University, and society. It is a special privilege of mine to call him friend for more than 40 years, and to stand as witness to his virtue and qualities of character, which define him as a successful businessman, an advocate for the values of the Judeo-Christian tradition, a champion of the common good, and a critical thinker who astutely prevents and solves problems for others. Page 18 of your program details Mr. Tantallo's lifetime of achievement in the field of civil engineering as founding president of the family business Tantallo Associates, LLC, engineers and architects, and a volunteer leader. A Renaissance man possessing a remarkable ability to recall the most minute details, he truly is a walking encyclopedia. But he's able to pull the thread through the details and present the macro view and its significance. Students were fortunate to take his engineering and construction courses at his alma mater, University of Pennsylvania, and at Temple and other institutions. Members of the Building and Grounds Committee of the Holy Family University Board of Trustees would marvel at his knowledge, insight, and probing questions. The value of his help in stewarding Holy Family University's building expansion and enhancement over the decades is inestimable. His contributions under 3 university presidents and as the longest serving trustee in Holy Family history are beyond measure. His affiliation with Holy Family began in 1976 when he served on the then college's Board of Advisors from 76 to 1982, then becoming and chairing the Development PR Committee for 4 years before settling into his niche as head of the Building and Grounds Committee. He and Tantallo Associates received the Blessed Francis Shevlizka Award, recognizing their pro bono engineering work for the university, valued at more than $1 million. Mr. Tantallo received the Volunteer Leadership Award in 1989, the CSFN Award in 1995, and together with his wife Genevieve, whom we know as Jean, was the 2007 recipient of Holy Family's Corporate Leadership Award. It is notable that on the first page of his resume, he lists his wife and their 3 sons, Peter John, Albert Martin Jr., and Michael W. Family has always come first for Al. It is no surprise that all 3 sons followed in their parents' footsteps, working together in the family business. Al's service to the civil engineering profession began early. He was Pennsylvania Society of Professional Engineers Young Engineer of the Year in 1974, and the American Society of Civil Engineers Civil Engineer of the Year in Philadelphia in 1989. He served for 13 years as a board member of the Pennsylvania State Registration Board of Professional Engineers, Land Surveyors, and Geologists, and remains an emeritus member, having been president from 2001 to 2003. His longevity as a volunteer leader includes 20 years on the board of the Frankfurt Day Nursery, 14 years as a member of the Frankfurt Hospital Advisory Committee, 7 years as a trustee of the Frankfurt Hospital Foundation, 5 years director of the Foundation for Independent Colleges of Pennsylvania. With deep roots in Bridesburg, Pennsylvania, he was active in the Bridesburg Civic Association and St. John Cantius Catholic Church, helping St. John Cantius Grammar School to become accredited. Tantallo Associates was located on Frankfurt Avenue in Frankfurt for a long time, and he became a Frankfurt Optimist in 1968, served as club president, and received the Optimist International President's Golden Circle Award in 1977. He gave volunteer service to the Boy Scouts of America, United Cerebral Palsy Association, and Catholic Charities Appeal. His business affiliations included 13 years as a board member for TF Financial Corporation, 13 years as a board member for the Penns Trail Development Corporation in Newtown, and 30 years as a board member of Third Federal Bank in Newtown. And to complete the description of a life that is whole and leaves little to be desired, Al is a Lieutenant Colonel, U.S. Army retired since 1989. Though he holds 2 engineering degrees from Penn and a master's in engineering from Villanova, and has pursued further studies his entire life, let us not forget that he began his education right in Northeast Philadelphia, at the beloved school known as North Catholic. Sister?
Mr. Tantala, would you please come to the center of the stage? I am pleased to accept the candidate, Albert Martin Tantala, Sr., for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa, and hereby admit him to all the honors, rights, and privileges pertaining to this degree.
Mr. President Maureen McCartney, Anthony J. Fushkevich, Chair of the Board of Trustees, members of the Holy Family, Board of Trustees, members of the outstanding HFU faculty, administration, support, the class of 2018, ladies and gentlemen, I'm humbled and honored to accept this award and to be a member of the class of 2018. I recognize my fellow classmates on your earned degree. I'm happy for your achievements. As the oldest member of the class of 2018, I take this prerogative of offering my comments and observations. This ceremony is called a commencement, which is a very old term, probably now an archaic term. Commencement means a start, beginning. In the past, commencements meant, for the graduate, commencement meant the start of the graduate's working life and the end of the graduate's scholastic life, education life. Not today. Today, many, if not most graduates, work before commencement. Some work full-time, some work part-time, some technical jobs, some non-technical jobs. So commencement is not the starting of one's working life. And conversely, education does not end at commencement time. Education continues. Education continues with additional degrees, additional courses, seminars, online learning, webinars, on-job training, personal advancement, symposia, conferences, post-commencement education is necessary. It's necessary because technology is changing at an accelerating rate, and it's necessary because disciplines are evolving, and it's necessary because the lines between the disciplines are merging. For example, the lines between medicine and engineering is blurring. The lines between orthopedics and structural engineering is blurring. Between sports and ethics, between business and computer sciences, between financial analysis and advanced calculus. Note that the recent acronym STEM proves that blurring of the lines. STEM, S-T-E-M, stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, now lumped together. And technology is further includes robotics, artificial intelligence, driverless vehicles, drones. The world is changing, and so must we. Life is epistemic. Albert Einstein said, quote, "The measure of intelligence is the ability to change," end quote. And that change is called commencement education, post-commencement education, also called continuing education, and probably more often it's called lifelong learning. A television host, Kathy Lee Gifford, said, quote, "On the day I die, I hope I learned something new," end quote. So, class of 2018, your education will and must include after commencement education. I love my wife. I love my family. I love God. I love pizza. I love the architecture of this building. The Kimmel Center for Architecture is absolutely great. I love when a snowflake lands on my nose. I love the Philadelphia Eagles. I love my enemies. I love any song in B-flat minor. I love Philip Hundens. I love the HFU athletic teams. You see the pattern. I love. We tend to overuse the word love. Ancient Greeks had many words for love. Agape is one such word. Agape is an unconditional love. A mother who loves her son, who's a convicted, brutal mass murderer, is agape, unconditional. God's love of us is agape, unconditional. Our love of God should be agape, unconditional. Eros is another Greek word for love. Eros is physical, sensual, passionate love. It's the root of the word erotic. Another Greek word for love is Philia is an affectionate feeling, an affectionate regard. Philia is a friendship or a loyalty between equals, between brothers, between sisters. Philia. Philia is the root of the word Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. Dr. Art Grugan in his class teaches that philosophy is the love of wisdom. Philia is the root of philosophy also. We as people love many things, but differently. Don't mistake one type of love for another. Love education, love learning, so that you'll be happy for the remainder of your life. Take time to smell the flowers, to appreciate interesting architecture and design, to savor food, good food, to read good books and stories, to be enthusiastic about the success of others, to wiggle your toes in the beach sand at the shore, to pray regularly and fervently, to tutor others, to improve conditions for the next generation. I hear someone from the next generation prompting me too. Love is a basic and a strong human drive. Love gives us a sense of purpose. So class of 2018, experience all the loves, including the love of the Holy Family University Alumni Association, from whom you'll hear later. Work hard and play hard. Moving out of your comfort zone is when you really perform, when you really grow. We have responsibilities to God, society, to ourselves. You know all the maxims. Do everything you can to the max. Have a personal calling of giving. Perform all your skills above average. Take time to share your ideas and your work. Maintain a good, balanced work-play ethic. Push yourself. So class of 2018, if you work hard and play hard, then you'll have time for lifelong education. You should love and enjoy life. Your takeaways from my comments should be lifelong education, love, work hard, and play hard. When things become incredibly complex, say three things: lifelong education, love, and work hard and play hard. Thanks to Honoris Causa, I am proud to be a member of the class of 2018, and I wish each of you continued success. Thank you very much.